Hello cats and kittens, Mama Cat Gamer here with another episode in Gavtia's adventures through Shadowbringers. We are actually in the post-Shadowbringers patch quests. Today we're going to tackle Anamnesis Anyder. That's a dungeon, and then with any luck we won't have a terribly long queue into Copied Factory, which is the Alliance raid, because I wanted to get that done today and get to the quests that lead into the next Alliance raid to get that unlocked too. And those dwarves are just hilarious. I forgot how funny they were when I was going through it the first time. Either that or I skipped through a lot of dialogue to try and open them up. I'm not sure which, but oh my goodness, are they funny. Which is one of the reasons I also want to do it. All right. I think we're going to have a longer queue for Copied Factory. So let's go tackle Anamnesis Anyder. I'm going to go back to Norvrand. I think right is the closest spot to that. I think Crystarium's probably my favorite city out of all of the main cities in Final Fantasy XIV. And so when I get into Endwalker, I'm going to miss it. Although Ode Charlian is really, really pretty too. And Radzatan is really cool. Radzatan is so evocative of Indian culture, as in the nation of India. So I am going to look forward to that. All right, rather than wait to queue, we're going to take some of these boys in here. Small talk. What do they have to say? We can't be certain that the Benthos are all we'll find down there. Stay alert. Whether or not we find the knowledge we seek, we have a duty to stem the Benthos' aggression. Eulmore has only just begun to rebuild. As a reminder, the Benthos are stealing things from the cities on land, actually. Reen says, I like to think my skills have improved in some small way since the last time we fought together. I won't let you down. Elise, what are we waiting for? They really nail Alice's character. I love it. We must hope that whatever slumbers in the depths will help to shed some light upon Elidibus's recent activities. Unlike Amarot, the ruins which we now seek are no illusion. There is no knowing what waiteth below. Alright, let me double check that we are actually alive here. Oh yes, yes, there we are. I turn my phone down. Sorry, guys. I got a new phone and had to switch platforms because I needed a new phone, and the one that had the best camera happened to be the one I ended up picking out, but it's not an iPhone because I couldn't afford the iPhone 17 Pro. So expensive. All right, let's form a party. Let's see, we need a tank. Wait, I have to take her?
My turn.
But I want Urianger. Member selection available. but you're not letting me select anybody. Okay, I guess we don't have a choice. All right. I forgot to eat food. We'll do that after the cutscene. Anamnesis Anyder. I had to go look this up. Anamnesis is kind of Greek, loosely translated as recollection or remembrance, and then Anyder means anhydrous or without, to the depths. Anyder means it's related to anhydrous, meaning without water. All right, let's eat food. And once again, my inventory is like way over full. These are poor neighbors indeed. We're eating calamari tonight for dinner, guys. Got ourselves a giant manta ray. Hope he's not an endangered species. Time has come to part with these interlopers. This lot was nothing compared to the barnacles. The walls fall. We must hurry. It's kind of cool. Oh, he just, breaks right through it. What a landing. We were fortunate, but what is all of this? More bad guys. We're staying out of the AoE there. We've been having a good time on Saturday night with the extreme trials. And we managed to get everybody their wings for Sphene, so now we're doing recollection. Tiresome creatures. I have never done recollection on extreme, so that's going to be a big adventure. I know nothing about the fight. I gotta go look up a guide. Actually, our raid leader linked a guide. 3 guides, actually. Thank God we didn't get stung by the jellyfish. There it lies. I give you my breath. Big old bubble of air for us. Wishes granted. Go, little wanderers. Incredible. Okay, how do we get here? Wait, half our battle is finding which way we gotta go. Oh, this way. Okay. The Garden of Recollection. Speaking of recollections. Unknown. Okay, that looks sufficiently dire. What is that, said Ali say? I don't know, but it's ugly. Bedded Fang. I think we need to come over here to spaces that.
Keep your guard up.
I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, they're moving to mine. Okay. So the arrow tells us which way we gotta go to. Casting inscrutability. Ooh, I took that one. I got a vuln stack now. Vulnerability stack. Probably should have gotten out of the way of that one. And I got another... I'm bleeding. Oh my goodness. Alfino, heal me up. I wanted to get at least one of these guys down. Plain Weirdness, that's the name of the skill. Plain Weirdness. Oh, I'm bleeding again. Oh no. Ectoplasmic ray. I want to be out of the way of that luminous ray. More Fetid Fang. That's a tank buster. Catharsis is no longer sealed. My little kitten is sitting on the desk next to my monitor here. She's out like a light. I wore her out earlier. This jazz piano thing, you know?
Are you all right?
Had a maxed out shroud gauge there, so there was no point in hanging on to it, because I saw more ads ahead. Sometimes if we're really close to a boss fight, I'll save it for that. Because having multiple in shrouds is very nice. Drag him down to Thancred. Are you alright? Uh-oh. Alfino might die. I just heard there's a new game that's coming out called the Sandbox action adventure game called Crimson Desert or Crimson Desert. And Peter Bramhill, who does Thancred's voice, is going to be one of the voice actors in that game, which I think is really cool. It's nice to see him having such great success. He's a terrific voice actor. So I got 100, so I'm going to hang on to it though. I'm going to finish filling this one. Arrive at Doxa? Okay. Visions of Eld, attend to us now.
Let's give them a go.
Oh, thanks, Alize. Gotta use up the LB there, of course. Ah, I couldn't get out of that in time.
Keep your guard up.
I don't remember if we need to be in... I'm gonna stand where Alize says. Sometimes you have to stand in the opposite one, and sometimes you have to stand in the one That matches your symbol. I think we have to stand in the one that matches our symbol there, since I took... Now I have 2 stacks of vulnerability. Means I did the mechanic wrong. The final verse, that's ominous. Terrible hammer. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. See how many vuln stacks I can get. I'm like doing this all kinds of wrong, apparently. And this is why I keep a health potion on my bar.
Leave the healing to me.
Leave the healing to you. Looks like the bentos have something or other. What did he say? Looks like the bentos have learned to use this place. Okay.
Prepare yourself.
I don't think we can get past down there. Hello, everyone who's joined us. Doing Anamnesis Anyder dungeon. Alright, good. They're all dead. Arrive at Noesis?
Prepare yourself.
Come on to flesh, O forgotten form. Uh-oh. Good thing we got that,
Keep your guard up.
got the other ones down. Let's kill the diviner here. Mapping the realm. Looks like a giant pineapple turtle thing. Merciless Matriarch, Ruksh's theme. I'm gonna miss this boss theme when we get into Endwalker because it's a really good boss theme. Seabed ceremony.
Keep your guard up.
We want to be over here, away from in the. There we go. You don't want to be in the direction the hands are pointing. You notice unnatural ripples emanating from a grate. Okay. I'm gonna go stand on that grate. I'm gonna go where Elfino is. Ah, got hit by that. Didn't hit my speed bump. Gotta hit your speed buff there. Or, I don't know.
Leave the healing to me.
Seabed ceremony again. I was hoping Alize wasn't going to hit it when it was still 1 bar, you know? Yay, we did it in time. Can you just die already? All right. We did it. Pineapple Turtle Mommy is dead. There's no joy there. Well, we'll just make our own joy. There we go. Got the ear wiggling. What do these guys say? They always have pop-up conversations. Come now, she was maniacal. If there were more guards, they would be here by now. That was all of them? Every last one? 'Tis a boon we find the sanctum intact. We may at last turn our attention to investigation. The remaining benthos may struggle, bereft of leader. All right, let's leave our duty.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
It's like a giant library. Ooh. Thank you all for joining us at Anyder in these most perilous of times. By the summoning of Zodiark have we been granted a reprieve. Yet immutable as the laws he has woven may seem, they will not serve to forestall our doom. Nay, should we continue down this path, our fate will be the same. I said as much to the convocation, of course, but the stubborn fools turned a deaf ear to my warnings. I had hoped that the defector, at least, would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unanswered. Whither tend your thoughts, Finat? Where you lead, we will follow. I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to pursue our chosen course, even though it means suffering the eternal condemnation of our brethren? If so, I see no further reason to demur. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever after keep the darkness in check.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emmet Selk never uttered the name, speak though he did, of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind.
Well, why mention the name, right?
Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained. And to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
Many, many, many of them. Vina, please, why must it be you? If I may speak plainly, I would sooner it were another, any other. You are our leader. None can take your place. You know as well as I that but few support our cause, far fewer than they who place their faith in Zodiark. If Hydaelyn is to stand a chance of opposing him, I am the only one who might suffice as her heart. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I take shall ever remain my choice. Diplomatic Ancient One says, then I will press you no more. Only know this. You will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the convocation felt about Elidibus? Ooh, they leave us on a cliffhanger thought there. Everybody's going, holy crap.
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Alright, Alphino says, I had always assumed Elidibus to be of the same ilk as Lahabrea and Emmet Selk, but if the real Elidibus sacrificed himself before the Sundering... Alice says, it makes no sense. Of course it doesn't make sense, right? Reen says, do you think we might be able to activate the device again? I should like to hear how those discussions ended. Tancred says, and there I was thinking Immortal was bad. Would someone explain to me how we're meant to kill a being who doesn't technically exist? Riange says, that this facility shared intimate ties with the Academia Anyder may readily be discerned from the common element in their names. Based on mine observations, 'tis like that the forms housed here were conveyed unto the Academia only when required, and thence returned for safekeeping. Okay, so he's saying it's obvious that, you know, the Anamnesis Anyder shares its ties with the Academia Anyder because of the common element in their names, and based on my observations, it's likely that the forms or the recipes basically housed here were taken to the Academia when required and then returned afterwards for safekeeping. Yet such procedural minutiae are of largely academic interest, I concede. 'Tis unto the parties which did frequent these institutions that our thoughts should rightly turn, specifically the followers of Ana in the Convocation of 14. This, yeah, but, you know, this procedural piddly stuff is, you know, largely academic interest. I'll give you that. It's, we have to turn our thoughts to the ones that, you know, frequently came to these institutions, specifically the followers of Anat and the Convocation of 14, to say nothing of the matter of Elidibus. Certainly I'll be done by dinner time. Okay. So my daughter had a question for me. Ishtal says, the device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetherite. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. No response. Confound it. Riange says, if I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow. That it doth no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. So basically it's run out of juice. We need to recharge its battery. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. Alice says, that may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. Riange says, the white-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus, Yet, if the shades spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. So he's the heart of Zodiark. This calleth to mind a truth that Emet-Selch did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not those given to Ascians at birth. Rather, they are titles of office afforded to individuals of merit at such time as the role becometh vacant. Okay, this, I remember Emet-Selch said something in passing, that the names that we know our foes as are not the ones they're given at birth, but they're actually office titles, like the equivalent of president, right? Afforded to individuals of merit at such time as the role becomes vacant. So basically they become Emet-Selch or Vana or Elidibus when the previous holder of that post leaves the post for whatever reason. Perchance the Elidibus at Zodiark's heart and the emissary with whom we are acquainted be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. So that the one at Zodiark's heart might be the predecessor, and the one we know might be the successor. Y'shtola says, it's possible if the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the sundering. And yet, something in that explanation rings false. I will remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There's more to learn here. I can feel it. Urianger says, in matters of etherology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Okay. You're the expert in etherology, Y'shtola. If anybody can find it, you will. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. So we're going to leave, Y'shtola here, while the rest of us go attend to matters on the surface. You may now enter Anamnesis Anyder with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. I think we have some more cutscene here. Or not. Let's talk to our folks. Reen says, does she really not mind working alone? No, she doesn't mind working alone at all. In fact, she likes it that way. Elise says, hopefully this will make the Benthos think twice before raiding the stores of their fellow Ando again. Elfino says, while it is true our findings have raised more questions than they have answered, it is not possible, or it is not impossible, that Y'shtola will gain access to additional records. And if nothing else, we have spared Yulmore from invasion. Thancred says, answers never did come to us tied neatly with a bow. We'll get to the bottom of things eventually. He's ever the pragmatist. Urianger, echoes of a fallen star. Urianger presumably has some ideas as to what you might usefully do while Y'shtola pursues her investigations in Anamnesis Anyder. Urianger says, can we but uncover Elidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. Okay, so if we're going to figure out Elidibus's true origin, if we can figure it out, we may yet come to understand why he does the things he does. And so Y'shtola needs as much time as needed to finish her investigation. Elfino says, to the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He will no doubt wish to hear of our discoveries, our own discoveries as well, such as they are. Oh, something surprising has happened.
going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
We could say people, chocobos, you name it, or well, yes, or nothing. So, people, chocobos, you name it.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken.
You could tell them they'll get well-needed training in the military if they stay for a while longer.
They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
That doesn't sound good.
What's happening to the sky?
Uh-oh.
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
You and all? Then why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back!
Oh, what are you up to, Elidibus?
What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, a hero.
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked?
Well, you know, why not? So there's a chance you'll give us a good answer.
Nay, I think not.
Or not.
Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant.
That's an interesting thought.
In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
Oh, let's see what they say. Reen says, "It did remind me of it. Amarat, I mean, all the fear and the sadness." Elise says, "And there he goes again, though I don't suppose he would have given us an honest answer about his history had he stayed." Thancred says, "Unsettling though this is, I'm certain our friends in the guard will use the echo well, or with good intentions at least." Riange says, "Though I like not what it portendeth. Having been treated to so unambiguous a demonstration, I cannot well conclude aught but that star showers are indeed instrumental in awakening the echo." Okay. Though I don't like what this means, having been treated to so obvious a demonstration, I can only conclude that the star showers are indeed instrumental in awakening the echo. Yet we need not attribute such credence to all that Elidibus hath claimed, that he too seeketh this star's salvation for one. But we don't need to attribute the credence. We don't have to believe everything that Elidibus has claimed. For instance, that he seeks the star's salvation. Well, let me eat another bit of food here. Oh, unknown card. The more Elidibus reveals, the less I understand. But that he has made a fine mess of things is plain. Yeah, pretty much. The Exarch says, "He's gone then. I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure. But as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler and Vonard among them, I am sorry to say. They have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions." Thancred says, "One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit." I quite agree, though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The men and women in those in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light, Ardbert, yourself most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they depart on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for the Amaro launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Thancred says, "Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, the Elder Seedseer took the time to usher you out into the wider world many moons ago." Elfino says, "I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Vonard, but the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the Warrior of Darkness himself to see them off." Riange says, "If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Anamnesis to us." If you're willing, I pray that you go. You can safely leave the task of unfolding what happened at Anamnesis to us. All right, let's queue for copied factory. Let me check something real quick. All right. It may take a while because I'm only queuing for one Alliance raid. And so that means it just takes longer. Let me make sure I got my settings correct too. Join party in progress. That's what I wanted. I had accidentally unchecked it on Tyrius. And wondered why it was taking so long to queue. We are going to the Amuro launch. Hi, cutie kitty. Yes, you're pretty kitty. Yes, you are. She's so good. She's like, is looking at me, and she's got these tired eyes and wants to lay back down so badly. Vonard says, where in Amarang? I mean, you know, around. Thaler says, you again? I mean, it's you, sir. Sorry, it's been a funny old day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs doing out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Alright, we can say, the path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart, or, well, what are you waiting for? Get out there! I'm gonna say the first one. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. He's taking one last look at and seeing them go off into their new lives. All right, we got to go back to the Dussel Gate. You find Thaler and Vonard at the Amuro launch, where they stand at the threshold of adventure and impart a few pearls of wisdom gathered in the course of your own travels. They listen earnestly, and as you watch them set off into the unknown, it's easy to believe that the people of the First will find their path, even after you have gone. Summary of the quest so far. You trouble Riage for his thoughts on how you and your fellow scions should occupy yourselves in Y'shtola's absence. After expressing confidence that her efforts will eventually bear fruit, he concludes the best course of action for the rest of you would be to wait, which Alphino points out means that you now have the opportunity to look in on the Exarch and ascertain how his efforts to perfect the spirit vessel are coming along, which we haven't learned yet. You find the Exarch not in his tower, but at the Exedra, surrounded by a group of overexcited citizens. It seems the words of Ardbert, quote-unquote, have had the intended effect, kindling their such heroic zeal in the people that they are ready to leave their homes without thought to the consequences. As if to compound matters, the sky suddenly turns dark, heralding the arrival of a shower of stars, a spectacle which awakens the crowd to a voice you know very well indeed. With perfect timing, Elidibus appears, proclaiming to those who hear it that they too are warriors of light. Before departing as abruptly as he came, you catch up with him a short distance away, and though he offers no clarity on the subject of his motives, because why would he does confirm that the meteors were an illusion of his own making. With an ominous promise to save the world, he vanishes, leaving you to ponder what all of this implies about Heidelin's own role in the creation of Warriors of Light, including you. As the dust settles, you are approached by the Crystal Exarch. He informs you that the two guardsmen with whom you are acquainted, the irrepressible Thaler and Vonard, have chosen to embark on a journey to become heroes in their own right, and asks that you offer them a few words of advice ere they depart. Which we did. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Yep. Let's go in the ocular. Oh, let's see what Alize has to say. Honestly, don't listen to all this prattle about the life-changing importance of your words to impressionable young heroes. You could nod mutely in their general direction and they'd still be inspired. Nice. This land is our home, and it is we who must protect it. Even if he didn't believe a word he was saying, and it's all part of some terrible scheme, it's hard not to take his message to heart. True that. I take it they were suitably inspired. Well, yeah. Gav's pretty inspirational. Beklug. I am so deeply immersed in my research that I entirely failed to notice the star showers. Bugger. Thancred says, you caused quite a stir when you set forth as the Elder Seedseer's newly anointed envoy, you know. Minfilia was delighted. The world is ever in need of heroes, she said. Riange says, thou art returned at a most opportune time. We have put this moment concluded our account of all that came to pass in the deep. Okay. We got a pop for a copied factory. And it looks like a factory. I like how they have vending machines in there, you know? No, I got plenty of food. We are probably going to be Group C. A couple of us in our alliance are new to this one. Although I've done it a number of times, so I know how to do this alliance raid without too much trouble. I think our Viper is new. Yeah, this Super Slinky has a front and back to it. You want to stay out of these pink balls. And you want to watch for him turning around because he does this crazy attack. Energy Assaults is the name of that. You want to be behind him for that. Unless you like, you know, doing the Shadowbringers version of Dodgeball. Now this targets people who have that line, and you want to be out of that line. I did not get out of that one in time. Tried to take that away to the edge. Oh, got out of that one just in time. Oh boy. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, we went out of that one too. I was about ready to use LB on him, but limit break on him, but then we had to get out of the way. We are Group C, okay. Ah, the Yorha gear looks really cool. Especially if you have a female tune, because the thigh-high high-heeled black leather boots look really cool. I was waiting for one of the range to use it, but they weren't. Ooh, I went out of that. Good enough, let's go. Can't believe that this, whatever it is, has been here all along. It's a factory for the machine lifeforms and an active threat. 2P says, this way. These are based on the near raids, if you're familiar with that. I'm not familiar with the near raids at all, so. My FC mates who have played the near raids before just, you know, love it. Like how we just, you know, slide down. I love the effect of our, you know, getting along the tube and giving off sparks on our feet. That's kind of a cool effect. These circles here are going to turn into fire. Something isn't right here. It's almost like it's quiet. Volunteers detected and welcomed. Commence an assessment. It's quiet. Too quiet. Laser resistance test. The tank has to take those tethers. Like, the different effects are coming off this back wall here. I'm gonna go off to the side here because I think I'm ready to get hit with fire. Yep, there you go. I hate those things. I'm so awful at them. I have trouble with the timing. What's the wall of doom gonna give for us now? Usually, like, towards this edge is usually a safe-ish spot to be at. Oh, we got the claw again. Oh, then we gotta get out of it because the rest of the floor is gonna turn to lava. Because why not? Whew. That one's a little tight. Oh, he died. That's good. Sorry about that, guys. I'm dealing with the after effects of that crap that I had last week, or 2 weeks ago. It's taken forever to clear out. May as well use it up. We might get another bar while we're doing this fight. This is where having your target cast bar right in your face is super helpful. There we go. Uh-oh. We got something else coming down. If you have those tethers, you want to take them away. Or that happens, and if you're in the middle of the pile, you're going to take out a lot of people. Sorry, guys. This one. When I get to LB3. It's my favorite thing to do. Reaper LB3. Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to do that again. That side, too. Nice that they have the lines marked for us. Incendiary bombing. Guided missile. If you get those are follow markers. So you want to keep moving when they come down. Mark smash. We're going to go in the middle here. And we're going to go over to the side. I think we have to be off to the side here. There we go. Had to wait for the first part. Group C. And it's really nice if you point your Goliath away from the rest of the groups. Follow the crowd. Now annihilated. Please wait. Vital signs detected. Reevaluating offensive protocol. You can fall off the back of this platform, by the way. There below, it's rising fast. I'm not seeing... See, somebody just fell off there. Oops. And it's going to come in the back, so we're going to move forward. So we can see where they're going. Oh, and I was like in the perfect spot there. Both arms are going, so we're going to go forward. I almost got hit by that one. Ugh. Do something about the arms. We're not going to get LB3 before he dies. Oh, I need to get out of that. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I didn't see that arm in time. I'm always happy if I can get through Shadowbringers with no more than 1 or 2 deaths, you know? See, like, this coat looks really cool. This is a nice looking coat. They're asking the rest of the group to wait for the cutscene. That's a cool outfit, too. Well, well. Android Yorha number 9, type S. Now I destroy you once and for all. Here you really have to watch close, because they do this flanking attacks and fore and aft attacks. You don't want to be in front of that laser turret. Dual flank cannons, be in his back or front. He usually follows 4 hind cannons, so we want to be to the side. Oh. Ouch. I thought I was gonna die there. Don't let him out of your sight. Multiple heat signatures from 9S's unit. Get back! Of course, I'm enshrouded. Okay, this is like Reign of Pain. If you were in played Star Wars: The Old Republic, then one of the operations, you know what Reign of Pain is. You just stay out of the lines of attacks there. As soon as they go by, immediately get out. Remember which ones go off first. Oh, I got out of that just in time. I don't know if somebody marked 2B for us. Now we gotta attack these tanks. Go back on boss. Find cover fast. You want to go to the one that the enemy is not attached to. We're going to go hide behind here. Then you immediately want to get out of it. Oh. I missed that. We're going to go to Group C here. Somebody put markers down for us. Then we're going to hide in this safety place. Yeah, the laser turret there. Dual flank cannons. We're going to go in front. We're going to go to the flanks there. There you go. Achievement unlocked. First law. What? No joy earwiggle? Copied factory complete. I think the Viper was new, so I'm gonna give him a combination too. I wonder if these guys have anything to say. Phew, is it over? We can't be sure. Stay vigilant. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. There may be others lying in wait. We should withdraw. Yeah, especially since you kind of seem hurt there. Dig site, Chief. They're both all right by the looks of it. Didn't expect that. Well done. Such little faith in us. Enog says, danger upon danger, mystery upon mystery, or mystery within mystery. How invigorating. This invigoration. She has nothing to say. Konog says, she just collapsed. 1 minute she was walking ahead of us, the next, well, as you see here. Though, after all of that, perhaps the greater shock is that you're still standing. I'm impressed. And a little bit scared. Truly, you're wasted on the petty errands that everyone else put you up to. It's glad you're finally seeing that. Enog says, oh, are you feeling better? More importantly, who was that boy in black? How was he controlling the machines? 2P says, not a boy, an android. An advanced machine designed in imitation of mankind. Same as me. You're a machine? That's impossible. It's hard enough to make a fully functioning Ironbeard or a wind-up automaton that bears a passing resemblance to a real person. To create machines that look and act and fight like you two. Who could possibly have done such a thing? And how? But, fine. Let's say for the moment that I believe you. Why would one of these androids want to attack us? 2P says, I don't know, but he's not the only one out there. And if the other androids come looking for these ruins, I can't promise they won't be just as aggressive. Anyone who gets in their way could be in terrible danger. This whole place could be in danger. Konig says, if they're anything like what we just saw, I don't like our chances. Enog says, don't be silly. We have our clever minds. We have loads of explosives. We have an exceptionally violent assistant. And we even have an android of our own. This exceptionally violent assistant. 2B says, I'm sorry. My systems took too much damage in that battle. I don't think I'll be functional for much longer. I can only tell you what you need to do. Deep within the ruins lies the key. Find it. With it, we can stop them, the machines, the androids. With it, you can restore... Restore her to functionality, maybe? Dig site chiefs, what in the hells was that about? Enog says, oh ho ho. A very promising discovery is what. So we must persevere. Onward, inward, away. To be still, yeah. Try as you might, you cannot detect the sound of breath or whirring cogs, nor any visual indications of life of any sort. Dig Site Chief says, so there's androids, which are machines, but also other machines, and also... Look, all I know is that I'm not keen on anything that gets Anog this excited. Not bloody keen at all. Konog says, having seen all of that from 2P, what else sleeps within those ruins, I wonder? I knew that there was something of value in there. Wow. And once we get our hands on it, they'll see. They'll all see. Kev's going, whoa. Oh, nothing. What? Did you hear something? Yeah, we hear you wanting to take over the world or something, okay? The real question is, do we pack more explosive this time? Maybe we can fit some in your pack as well. No. You are coming along, right? Oh, who am I kidding? I know you wouldn't miss it. Oh, I'm sure I won't be given the choice to miss it. Or how charming that you continue to pretend to care about my opinion. Let's do the latter. Yes, we both know that you're loving this. And I have a present for you. Feast your eyes on this. It's a one-of-a-kind recording device, the portable archive. If you spot anything odd, anything at all, march right up to it and let this collect its data. Then we'll have a nice little set of records to review. I know, we're brilliant. Anyway, find a place for that in your pack and do take care of what other preparations need doing. We'll be ready to go when you are. Collection expanded, portable archive acquired. Portable archive is now available under collection in the duty section of the main menu. Fill your archive by using it to record data at promising spots within the ruins. Good luck with that. Dig Site Chief says, fine mess this is. We're miners. We can't just not dig. And if we keep going and some mechanical monstrosity pops out from underground, we're still just miners. Kind of says, there's no stopping her now. So much for preparation. Anog won't be kept from the secrets of the ruins a moment longer. Ready? Trick question. Don't care. Let's go. Ready? Trick question. Don't care. I love it. Let's go. Kanog's going, what are we going to do? Quest accepted. He says, sometimes I hate being the reasonable one. Just think, machines equal to man. No, perhaps even greater. If we can find the key, we can figure out how they work. We can fix 2P and then... Kanog says, and what? Slow down and use your head. How are we to know that any of what she said was true? Oh, so you'd have us sit on our hands instead of pursuing the untold power that sleeps in these ruins? Twiddle our thumbs while others race ahead and claim the prize? I'm as intrigued as you are, but I would not have us put our blind faith in someone we've only just met, particularly someone making such wild claims. Were we to bring this key to her, there's no telling what she might do with it. If you want to be a coward, be my guest. I'll be boldly forging a path forward as, if you recall, we planned to do. And if we can secure 2P's continuing assistance, all the better. So looking up at Gav. What about you? You can either dive into the great unknown with me or stick in one toe at a time like a beardless baby. Oh my god. These guys are hilarious. Don't fret about Kanog. He'll see that I'm right and come crawling back eventually. There's so much that we could learn here, and about these ruins, living machines, and 2P is the best source of information we've got. We need to seize this opportunity while we can. So are you coming or what? Let's see what Kanag says. There's no point in arguing further. She's immune to reason when she gets like this. I'm happy to continue investigating. Of course I am. That's why we've gone to all of this trouble, but we need to be careful as to how we go about it. Especially where 2P is concerned. I don't trust her, at least not yet. Even should we find this key, we ought to be discreet as possible about sharing our plans and information. Don't you agree? Let's do Anog's, because why not? Should you give your support to Anog's approach, Kanog's path will no longer be available to you. Please note, however, that your choice will not affect the rewards and challenges to come. Tails, you lose. Anog would dive headfirst into the great unknown. I knew it. Fortune favors the bold. We'll just have to see how the other approach works sometimes. Where are we supposed to go here? Anog says, these pod devices must be part of this place, but they don't seem to be particularly murderous as far as things in here go. We should be able to use them to ferry us further in again. Okay. Because why not? I like how we just kind of hang here, you know? Oh, right. Before going any further, you remember these odd boxes? They seem to enable etheric transference. If we get lost, it should be a simple matter to teleport back to the entrance using one of these, so don't worry your pretty head about becoming trapped down here. And with that said, throw caution to the wind and go forth and investigate. In the very instant that you find something of note, make sure that you show it to me. Got it? I think this is where we're supposed to use our item or whatever. Key items. We got a 9S card. I got a little mini pet. Oh, I got these already. Alright. Key items is where this thing is. I gotta find where my key items are. Anima glass? Oh, that's okay. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong thing. Collection? Might be in collection. Portable archive, that's it. No, we can't go that way. Okay. Broken Chicken Bob. You found something, haven't you? Well? Broken Kickem Bob. It's a part of the enigmatic key or a fashionable accessory? Who knows? Not you. I'd bet that whatever this is, it's part of a greater whole. Let's see if we can find any other pieces. I might be able to reassemble it if I had any idea what it's meant to be. A Kickem Bob. Memory of a damaged machine archive. Does that show up on our thing now? Aha! Oh, brother, where art thou? It's dark. I'm alone, all alone and lonely. I want friends. Don't stop me. I'll kill you. I need friends. Okay, that's a little disturbing. Rusty, what's it? Rusty, what's it? The longer you stare at this odd piece of metal, the less you know what it is. It's like it's sucking our brains out of our head or something. Okay. Tarnished thingamajig. You haven't the slightest idea what this might be for. Perhaps, in this case, that is a good sign. These guys had fun putting this together. Machine Research Report 2 archived. So, the machine's network has evolved to the point where paradoxes no longer present an obstacle, allowing for diversity among individuals. They may continue to incorporate whatever data is within reach, someday the world in its entirety. Damaged pod. Hi, pussycat. Yeah, good girl. She's a tired baby. Just making sure we don't have anything hiding back here that I need to scan. I hate backtracking in games. Oh, here's another thing to scan. Tattered flyer archived. Thanks for... But is a thriving chain of including swords that match the regional features and squads of... Okay. Not working too well there. Aha, there's another one hiding back here. Weapon fragment data 4 archived. Rue not what has come to be, nor lay down your arms, while life still rises amidst ruin. The blade demands this vow, this virtue. Okay. Konog says, I trust your investigation is going well. Making sure we don't have anything hiding behind here, too. Yeah, we're good. Have you found some more parts? Yes. Oh, look at all of these. Hard to say for sure whether we have everything until we take a crack at reassembling it, of course, but it's a start. And this pod, I've been so wanting to take one of these apart. Do you hear something? Function resumed. Initiating repair process. Alert. Multiple life forms detected in proximity. Life forms would be us, I presume? Interesting. Anog says, if it's still functional, there's no need for me to disassemble it. Pity. Still, I say we take it back with us. Any objections? No, of course not. So let's get on with it. Oh, what's this? Danger, Will Robinson. That's what it is. Gav's going, It's him, though how he climbed back up here in that state. Maybe let's pull his sword out of his reach, but okay. Well, you're the one who wanted to work with 2P. I'm sure she would say to destroy him for good. What do you say? Oh, brother, you know me too well. We take him with us, of course, just in case. It'll be our little secret. Giv's going, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Kind of a cool looking katana, though. I want to see if there's anything else down there. Oh, we missed this one. Unidentified Expedition Log 2 archived. Oop, that's the wrong one. Survey of local terrain continues. Current location is particularly verdant, likely owing to the plethora of freshwater springs. Peculiar that two so markedly distinct biomes should exist in such proximity. I don't think we can get anywhere else. All right. Kind of glad I came down here. Because obviously we missed things. I didn't know what I was looking for last time. Oh, there's another one we missed. Survey of local terrain still continues, though with no discoveries of particular note. Or perhaps I've grown tired of searching. Still, it's better to be stuck in the middle of nowhere than on the front lines. Okay. I've missed the first one somewhere. I'm such a completionist. I didn't look over on the other side, did I? Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. Weapon fragment data 1 archived. The blade is in motion, once gleaming white, drenched red. A blow to halt the twin gears' life and death, its impetus, long forgotten. Machine Research Report 1 archived. Machine's primary objective seems to be nothing more than kill enemy. What's troubling, though, is that their auto-evolution systems have begun to build a private network. Uh-oh. This is interesting implications for what we're going through right now with AI. You know, are we creating something that will eventually take us out because we're inferior? Whatever, you know? A little bit scary to think about. Okay, we've gone everywhere we can here. I'm missing the first expedition note. I don't know where that is. Making sure we haven't missed anything. Because I know we did. Oh, there's one right there. Machine fragment data 2. Our world never doubted, only closed its eyes, the better to turn unburdened. It's very cryptic, thank you. I wonder if you get an achievement for, like, finding all these little fragments of information, you know? Weapon fragment number 3. What's that one say? In that world we once knew, sharp and shattered, a single spark of memory grows to a flame. It shines upon the lost, and at last we understand. So we got expedition log 2 and 3. I don't have 1. Go back up to zone 1, which is probably where it's at, somewhere around there. Should make sense. Oh, there it is, right there. Survey of local terrain continues. Ecosystem in this area appears to have adapted to extended drought. Dry climate conditions must have been present for some time. Investigation of a murky spring did reveal aquatic life, though of an unusual sort. Is that it? This may be the clue we've been searching for. I only hope it doesn't blow up in our faces in any sense. Kanog and I will be heading back out. I want to perform a proper analysis of these parts as soon as possible. I don't blame you if you want to look around a bit more first, though you had best share your findings. I think we got everything we could get. So I went through there pretty thoroughly. If not, we'll go back in sometime and find the little tiny bits that I might have missed. Does the pod say anything? Beep. Processing. Kanok says, I thought that key was a figure of speech, but it looks like it could potentially be an unlocking mechanism if you squint. It's about time. You know those parts we found? Well, I've managed to cobble them together into a decent approximation of something. I was hoping that if I got the basics right, the pod could tell us what it's meant to be, but it won't stop repeating processing and beeping at me. It worked when it was analyzing us, so theoretically it should be up to the task, but it seems we'll have to wait for it to finish whatever it is that it's doing. I'm half tempted to take my tools to it, but if I can't put it back together, we'll be back at square one. So, patience it is. In the meantime, we have quite a bit of other data to analyze, so much in fact that I'm certain we will need a considerable amount of time, uninterrupted time, to work, if you take my meaning. I'm telling you to keep the chief off our backs for a while. I don't care how. Say that his house is on fire if you like, or put it to the torch if you're not comfortable with lying. You know, if you have a problem with lying, arson's always an option. Okay. And I don't have anything else. We simply don't have the time for half a dozen lectures about protocol and safety and ethics, you understand? You heard Anog. We're counting on you to keep the chief occupied so that we don't have to. All right. Speak with the dig site chief. Where is he at? I think he's right outside the door. If I can remember how to get out here. Exit Coluzia. That's kind of cool looking. All right, here's our dig site chief. Lolly, mysterious machines from the ruins will kill us all, ho, I suppose. Sorry, it's been a lot to take in. Did you manage to keep our local miscreants out of trouble? They're safely studying our discoveries as we speak, or I found them to be surprisingly competent, actually. They're safely studying. I don't know if they're competent. Lying's not an option, but arson is. It's true that when it comes to mechanical contraptions, you'll find none cleverer than those two, or more obsessive. If anyone's capable of solving the mystery of these ruins, it's them. Much as I hate to say this, we should leave them to their own devices for now. Alright, we're going to pick this up and not do it. The dig site chief has a request for you. You could not possibly guess who it concerns. Can't possibly guess. Lolly, what a conveniently timed entrance, ho! I was just thinking that I ought to send someone to check on Anog and Kanok. They're still poking and prodding at those whatsits you dug up in the ruins, which is all well and good until one of them sets off another explosion. Say no more, I wouldn't want anything to happen to the artifacts, or, oh, I'm sure you'll notice if they blow up anything important. By which point, it'll be too late. Not to mention that our annual carnival is fast approaching. There's plenty that wants doing before we're ready, and I need those two to start pulling their weight. They have carnivals? While you're looking in on them, remind them that they've got duties outside of tinkering with rusty thingamabobs, will you? Maybe they'll listen to if it's you doing the nagging. They seem to respect you, much as they respect anyone. Must be all the violence. So, they'll respect you if you're violent. You'll find them in the tunnels, of course. Can't lure them out of there for love nor money, and believe me, I've tried. You can count on me. All right, we're going to go back and finish the Anamnesis Anyder cutscene. So let's go back to Crystarium. We'll save the next adventure in the Alliance raids with Anog and Konog for next time. We'll go to Docile Gate. Let's go in. Elise says, honestly, don't listen to all this prattle about the life-changing importance of your words to impressionable young heroes. You could nod mutely in their general direction and they'd still be inspired. True. Rean, this land is our home and it is we who must protect it. Even if he didn't believe a word he was saying and it's all part of some terrible scheme, it's hard not to take his message to heart. Yeah, evil people can do good things sometimes. I take it they were suitably inspired. Oh, of course they were. Becklug, I was so deeply immersed in my research that I entirely failed to notice the star shower. Bugger. Thou art returned, and at a most opportune time. We have but this moment concluded our account of all that came to pass in the deep. Okay, you came at the right time. I just finished telling the Exarch everything that happened down there. You caused quite a stir when you set forth as the Elder Seedseer's newly appointed envoy, you know. Minfilia was delighted. The world is ever in need of heroes, she said. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of our investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. While your findings in Anamnesis Anyder do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. Riange says, for which reason we must needs trust to Ystola's ingenuity and wait for her efforts to revive the Ancient's device to bear fruit. All right, so we have to trust Ystola will come up with something from the Ancient's device. Thancred says, what if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Elfino says, especially for one of your experience, it does seem worth the attempt. Rin says, then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers. Thancred says, in combat perhaps, but where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you've no need to worry. Nor do I tend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we? Reen says, all right, then I look forward to your return. Elise says, then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. Insofar as it's possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress with the spirit vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference and, I believe, nearing the requisite level of understanding. Less hearteningly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results. To put it mildly, Becklug says, but there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Rianja says, though we are all grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needst not labor to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I should gladly offer mine assistance. So, okay, we're grateful for everything you're doing, but you don't need to work all the time. If it'll help lighten your load, or even a little, I'm glad to help. Elfino says, quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure that the Crystarium continues to run smoothly in spite of recent disruptions. Reen says, then perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Crystal Exarch says, thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, it will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans into disarray, at which time your services will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. You have anything else? Knowing not whether Elidibus or our ever-waning connection to the source representeth the more pressing problem, we must needs attend to both, and risk solving neither. Okay. Not knowing whether Elidibus or our connection to the source problem presents the more pressing issue, we have to attend to both and risk solving neither of them. Becklug. Never fear, I too shall continue to assist the Exarch to the best of my ability, and if that means casting the odd sleeping charm, so be it. Just gonna say, if he won't rest, I'm gonna make him rest. One of these methods will work. It must. Of course I don't wish to worry Lena. She has more than enough to worry about already, but I swore that I would return you all home. All right, fine. I will henceforth endeavor to take breaks when appropriate, while Lena is watching. Gav's going, uh-huh. You're not fooling anybody. I will accompany my brother and make sure he doesn't get carried away. You will do as you're told and get some rest, both of you. Yes, ma'am. At least it's going, yeah, honestly, he's a danger to himself. If I were Lena, I think I would have hit him over the head with a blunt object by now. At least he'd lie down. There's so much to be done and so little I can do to help, but you can count on me to play my part in the empty. Ought we to inform the citizens that the star shower was an illusion, do you think? They might sleep better for the knowledge that no damage was done. Ingrid says, there is sure to be no shortage of potential heroes, upon whose good nature Elidibus will try to prevail. The trick will be in anticipating which settlement he'll direct his attention towards next. Oh, yeah, true. Exit the ocular. All right, we will take our rest because I imagine there's a cutscene. And the family is needing to get dinner ready. So let me check my cat joke real quick here. All right, I got one for you. Did you hear about the cat who drank 5 bowls of water? He set a new lap record. Lap record. Okay. That was a terrible one. Like they always are, right? All right, friends, cats, kittens, if you can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, that always helps us out. Come join us on Saturday evening. We start at 8 p.m. Central. We will be taking on Zelenia. That's a hard enough fight in normal mode. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in savage mode. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Or I'm sorry, extreme, not savage. Extreme mode. So that'll be fun to see what happens. So yeah, you all have a great one, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer signing out.